you doing?
Hey, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, whenever you're watching this on YouTube.
Good day.
For our live, we are saying good evening. So it's Friday night, and you know what that means? It's time for the P-Valley
recap. All Things Cam and K.
All Things Cam and K. Y'all, okay, this is episode, what episode number is it? It's the Death Drop.
We know it's the Death Drop.
And we know it's the Death Drop, okay. So I want to start with one of my favorite characters.
Who was that?
Miss Patrice.
Girl.
I love her.
Pastor Patrice.
Oh my God, Miss Patrice, she is something
She
else.
was getting off. That girl got so much personality. Y'all
So
cast
much.
the right person for that role because she is hilarious.
I love her. She is doing her job. She is a good actress. She is playing that supporting role.
That villainous person that you love to hate, but you can't help but like.
Right. So with Miss, y'all know we don't go in order. Sometimes we do, sometimes we don't. But tonight we're not. So, so Miss Patrice, we know after Andre's blow up of
they busted Andre out.
They
His
busted
daddy
him
is a felon.
out. I'm like,
On death row.
No, he's a murderer.
On death row.
On death row. On death row. And
death row. And he been walking around like he all squeaky clean.
All right. So after his ad came out, Miss Patrice, Pastor Patrice's ad.
They tried to dog Sister Patrice. But one thing that everybody loves is the truth.
Yeah.
So you can be
go ahead
a bad person.
Mock her. What'd she say?
They showed a video of her doing things. She was like, everybody knows that I was a hoe. I did tricky tricks and I sucked dicky dicks. But I did it so you wouldn't have to.
Right. She said,
so what we gonna
hoeing.
do, I was hoeing so that you wouldn't. So you can lie.
I was like, that. I love her. And then,
because cops rock, but everybody knows who I was, but I told the truth. But I have been redeemed from the curse of the law.
Right.
And now I am serving God.
So y'all look, 'cause we watched it together tonight.
And
so,
that wig was flapping too. She was like,
let me tell y'all, after Miss Patrice did her thing on her commercial, Cam was like, girl, I will vote for that
I would vote for her. Because regardless of somebody's past, one thing you do love is when somebody tells the truth. So,
yes.
I mean, because we have all fallen short of the glory of God.
That's right. So, fast forward with her storyline. She, again, we know it's in the middle of COVID, so the lockdown and everything, and everything is shut down, the churches and all that. So y'all remember how we doing churches online and stuff, and some of us still watching it online. And so, right. So
sometimes you can't just make your way out that bed, you know what I mean?
But she was getting her hooping and hollering on, and
Shaquille O'Neal gave her $10,000. He donated like $100, and she was like, "Woo!" And then when he did that, she really got into character. She was like, "Cause you know the Lord."
Right. So we all know that it was old boy. Is it Colin?
I think it is
something like that.
Yeah, but the half-breed guy whose father left him.
Yes. So of course, it was said of Miss Patrice, like, if you want to get her off the race, all she care about is money. So let's throw money at her. So, he put that dowry down, that down payment.
Yeah, he said, meet me outside and you get your 10 G's.
So, prediction, do you think that she is just going to take the money and drop out, or you think she's going to run?
I think Patrice is slick.
She is
Patrice
slick.
is a
She's probably going to find a way to take the money and run.
She's going to find a way to take the money, run. They're going to be mad at her. She's going to manipulate the situation because she got all the church people. She's not willing to give up that power of those votes. She's been waiting all her life to make some type of difference. And like she said, I did this, I ran out of spite, but now that I'm in it, I'm in it. And even though she's spreading the gospel. She really do believe that she has been redeemed. And like she said, she a cussing Christian.
Yeah.
She just tell the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm a hoe. I was a hoe, and I might be a hoe for the right price.
Right. So that was Miss Patrice. So we want to talk about
who
next?
is Mercedes' mother. So we're gonna go ahead and talk about Mercedes.
Yeah.
Mercedes is not. She not working that pole like she used to. That shoulder is really bothering her.
It's bothering her, and plus I don't think she's not really there mentally either.
Cause she got a lot on her plate. She's thinking about how she got played. She's thinking about
her daughter,
because in the last,
her mom,
and Patrice,
not
the
Patrice,
drunk chick,
Terica, legal mom, guardian. She had to deal with her.
Yeah, because Terica's legal guardian, she's an alcoholic. She's been drinking. She had to go get Terica out of jail in the past.
I've been drinking.
and she's playing her role too.
Which one?
Terica's stepmother, her adopted mother.
It's her adopted mom, yeah.
But what pissed me off, Terica, you getting on my nerves, which you doing good in your role as well. Yeah. Terica turned on Mercedes and went and told her adoptive mother that she got an abortion. So now she's going off on Mercedes, telling her she's unfit, this, that, and the third. And Mercedes like, no, where were you when she needed you the most? Because if you watch the last episode, Mercedes let her make her own decision. She said, I'm staying out of it, and whatever decision you make, I'll go to hell. We ride or die. I got you. So she didn't tell her to get an abortion. She let her choose. And she said, whatever you choose, I'm just going to stand by you.
Yeah, and then Mercedes ran into, I guess, probably an old friend.
Yeah, that just got out of prison. Man, he was all muscular with all them tattoos, all oiled up. He was trying to get Mercedes to give him some. He was like, yeah, boo, you looking good.
Right.
And she agreed to meet him.
She did.
At a party that they were having.
Yeah, she did. And 'cause that's what she pretty much told him that she killed a man. Yeah, and they were just weighing on her. And, he talked with her, and then, typical man.
He gonna try to
get some.
She's like, dude, you just got out. I don't know where your little diggy been, your mouthy mouth been. No, she just gently told him, that's not what I'm here for. Mm-hmm. She just really needed a friend, somebody to talk to.
An ear.
And
that understood.
Yeah. And he's been her friend evidently. It's not like they ever had any relations. And I don't know. It doesn't seem like they did, but after her last bout of whatever that was, she ain't trying to be bothered right now.
Right.
But what I did, like, what was funny, comic relief, Whisper and Roulette was dogging Mercedes. They were like, Grandma, you need to go sit down. And I hope that when I get to be her age, I don't look as pathetic as her.
Right, and they were clowning the heck out of her.
And Mercedes, she played that because it was horrible.
It was horrible. And so that segues right into Keyshawn's storyline.
Her return.
Yeah, her return. But before that, in the beginning, she meets Haley at a diner. She told Derek that she wanted to get some bacon fries. She did, but Haley was there. And so the plan is that Keyshawn would be the headliner for opening night. And then at the Pink, because Keyshawn gave Haley the kids' birth certificates and all of that, so she can get the fake passports made. So the plan is to after the opening night, that Keyshawn and she to take her kids and just run off. And so Haley was like, "So where do you think you're gonna go?" She's like, "Well, I think I was." She was like, "Girl, stop." She's like, "You failed already." She's like, "You don't tell nobody where you're going.
You just leave."
Right.
But I love the fact that when Keyshawn did actually go back to the club, but I love the fact that when Mercedes was there, she was a little hard with her, but she was like, "Do I still have my locker?" And she like, "B, ain't nobody gonna get your locker or your station." And she told her, she said, "You couldn't get out, could you?" And so that gave them that back camaraderie because they both want to get out.
Yeah,
they want to do better. and life just keeps dragging them
keep
back,
pulling them back in
to that same place.
And so Keyshawn, she know how to play her husband. So, he comes home and
broke ass.
with some red bottoms, thinking he gonna make everything better while her eyes still healing. And
it's not funny. But it's like, give me a pair of shoes after you black my eye.
Right. And so, he trying to play the victim, beating himself up in his head. I can't get nothing right. I'm stupid. That
he bought the shoes too small.
That manipulative stuff.
Keyshawn was like, I had 2 babies. My foot grew after 2 babies. I don't have the same foot that I had when we were 16. Stop it. And if you would have been paying attention instead of busting me upside my head, that you would know that.
Right.
So she manipulated him into letting her dance at the pink.
Yep, she did, because he was saying, well, what can I do? What can I do to, to make it right? You want to dance? You want to go when we have the room back so you can dance your OnlyFans? She was like,
She's like,
she want to go back to the paint.
She was like, because I need to be free. Because that's her only time that she feels free is when she's dancing. Because any other time she with him and he's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. But honey, it tripped me out. Diamond. When they announced that Keyshawn was coming back, honey, his face was like he was all kiki and stuff with Big Bone. Right. They all in love, all hugged up. And when he heard Keyshawn, he was like, like she coming back, because we all know that Diamond was in love with Keyshawn. Is still in love with Keyshawn. And Big Bone thinks that she can Big Bone that thing on him and make him forget about Keyshawn, but now she gonna be right in their face.
Yeah. Yeah. So that was Keyshawn. So let's get back to Whisper and Roulette.
Girl.
She don't put the notepad down. That whole hotel scene.
That's why when you have a feeling about something, nothing happened in this episode, but Whisper specifically said,
I mean, it happened. It could have been so much worse.
Yeah, she's like, I don't feel right about this. I don't feel right about this. So I don't know if and so she let the man do what he was going to do to her, and he was short. So Roulette had her back. She was like, I'm not leaving. She went in the bathroom, played her game while they did whatever. And then he shorted her, and he was like, it wasn't that good. And then,
right. So he was like, he wasn't even moaning, like, right.
And so Whisper was like, yeah, because I was faking it. You would have thought that you was coming here talking about what you want to do, that you would know what you're doing, and you didn't know what you was doing. So, of course,
his little ego got broken.
And then he choked the out of her.
Yeah.
He choked her. So, he choked her, and of course, Roulette had to come to the rescue. But Roulette ain't no joke. She pulled out that gun.
It's not a joke.
She was like...
She made him get... Well, at first Whisper like, okay, what's going on? So Roulette her name is Roulette for a reason, because she for real was playing roulette. She let him know.
She got a revolver.
She let him know, like, she put a gun up to her head first and his, and then she did a few clicks.
And then when she pointed at him, she clicked it. He was like, this beat is crazy. Then she put the gun in his mouth. Which is and told him, suck this.
Who got the sloppy toppy lips now?
And when I say she had a revolver all the way back in his throat.
Yep, and she, had the...
She was making that pump like it was simulating the oral.
Right.
But she went a little far. She made Whisper strip him, and they took his car. Now, you know how men are about their cars. And then Roulette took it to the chop shop.
She took it to the chop shop to the cute white boy
that she likes.
And she, get it on with every now and then. And so that's storyline. So
we going back to murder.
No, Uncle Clifford and Lil Murda. They both have little secrets. Because Murder is getting ready to go to Teek's funeral. So he didn't really tell Cliff. And
then him and Woody had a moment.
Yeah, him and Woody had a moment. Woody is no joke. Woody works around death. He know how to make people die.
Yeah, because he the one that sign your death certificate. So whatever he say happen to you, happen to you. But he was just like, so Murda tries to check him basically for what happened to the other guy, to Rome. And he's like, I did it for you. You the one that got a video out here. Mm-hmm. And so they have words exchanged back and forth. And Woody says to him, I want you to make it out of here. Somebody got to make it out of here. And the thing I did respect, though, is Woody put Teak away nice. And I love the fact that Murda was like, we gonna give him a proper burial. We not just gonna do him like a poor broke man. He gave him a good.
It was a nice, and then the song that was playing, I was like, oh, that's my ish. I was like, I have not heard that in a long time. That was a bomb. But so that was like, I love when that was playing during the whole funeral scene. I love that. I love that song.
And we love, but then people, just a warning. Okay, so Teak dies, and somebody is on Instagram lying, saying
and
that
we know who that is. It's the guy who, when Murda and Keyshawn, was coming off of a club that they were doing, and some woman trying to push up on Lil Murda, and then the guy was like, you're not his type anyway, and then
he was trying to cock block him.
And then Teak, kicked his butt. So
because he was disrespectful, he was calling women bees.
This was the same guy that that Teak beat up. So he is on like Instagram Live or something live and saying that he killed Teak.
And that's horrible, because Murda is already traumatized because he saw Teak blow his brains out in front of him. So, his crew was like, oh, we're not going to let him get away with that, blah, 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 blah. So Lil Murda was like, all right, real calm, cool, and collected. And then later on in the thing, the guy is walking home from the store, and Lil Murda confronts him. And he's like, well, I didn't kill Teak, and da-da-da-da. So Lil Murda tells him, I saw his brains blew out, and he explains to him that he was there when Teak actually died. So the guy starts saying, I got a baby on the way. My mama, my son, this, that, and the third. But Murda ain't trying to hear. He like, keep his name out your mouth.
He was like, I'll tell your son you love him.
And then he
sprayed him. I was like, no
Murda.
I was like, oh my God. I'm like, you were doing so well.
So now we know why they call him Lil Murda, because he ain't scared to pull the trigger.
And then, if that wasn't enough, and then I guess a rival, like I think his name was Paco or something like that. Like Mercedes' friend, the one that just got out of jail. It got word that old boy was dead. Like somebody just Paco, whatever his name was. Somebody just popped him. Somebody just killed him. And so he's starting some issue, but he got motivated. He in the studio now. He got to get
it out. That's how he got to create. He got to get it out. But we were sad though. We were like, but it was really good. We enjoyed it. The storyline is just really weaving, and I love the fact that this episode was more of a story. It filled in a lot of holes, and it also visited Uncle Cliff's relationship with his mom.
Girl, at that gravesite, Cliff was doing, Nico, you were doing your thing. I'm like, oh, this nigga won an Emmy.
He won an Academy.
No, not an Emmy. I'm like, he won an
Emmy. He won an award.
I was like, wow.
Yeah, he did that.
He did that. It's a great cast. They're all really good.
Yeah.
They're all really good. And I was telling Cam, Haley, the lady that played Haley is British. Okay.
So she's a bloke, y'all.
She is British. So they are all doing their thing.
But you can't tell she's British because she does not have an accent whatsoever.
No.
So she's really done her homework. So like you said,
those Brits can play us very well.
So we need to learn how to play them very well.
Exactly.
Okay, so Cam and Kay are giving lessons. So go to no, I'm just joking. But they're on top of their game, and they're on top of their game.
Oh, and we did forget Haley. she met up with the woman who wanted to offer her $5 million for the pink at her salon. And I hated that white woman like, honey, they think you're in the wrong salon. Shanique was
she was like Shanae. Kudos to Martin.
Oh my God.
She was like Shanae is over there
down the strip. But Haley is holding out. Pretty much the old white lady.
We don't know
owl. She said.
I mean, you say no.
She said basically, if you don't take this $5 million,
you might not.
You dumb, because if Miss Patrice get in office,
there will be no casino.
Or if the people vote for no casino, then there's no need for the pink. So you might as well take this money. So she holding out for.
She wants.
Haley is smart.
She is sharp.
Haley is smart.
And she told her, she said, you have beauty and brains, basically, so that is a dangerous combination. Mm-hmm. But I love the fact that Haley don't flinch. She's like...
She don't flinch. She did not flinch. You would not see her worrying.
Yep.
I like
and she's a boss. She doing what she got to do. So with that being said, that is our review.
That's our recap for
our recap of P-Valley.
P-Valley Death Drop, and we will be back next week. So let us know in the comments, what was your favorite part of this episode? What was your favorite part, though?
My favorite part was Miss Patrice. She stole the show. I just loved her character and just her delivery. I believe her. I'm voting for Patrice.
I think my favorite part would have to be because of the way I was feeling, Lil Murda. That whole thing, because I didn't want him to do that and just like seemingly go backwards. That changed the whole trajectory.
You're saying it right.
of his life, so
because he just got out for whatever he did, which probably was murder back in the day, and now you're out.
That was my favorite part because I was shocked by that.
But Patrice gave me comic relief because she had me cracking up, and honey, how they had that wig cocked to the side with the hat on top. I said, oh, y'all be playing too much, so y'all doing y'all thing with P-Valley. So go to All Things Cam and K at allthingscamandk at gmail.com.
On YouTube.
If you have any questions.
Yeah. Right, don't have no questions. This is the recap.
Comments.
Right. So yeah, this write the comments in the comment. And we'll probably read them out the next week. If you want us to shout you out, we'll do that. But in the meantime, I am Kay.
And I am Cam. And P-Valley recap.
See y'all next week. Bye.
Bye.